It's time for Mr. Fundamental!
Presented by no one.
Hey guys, I'm sorry it's been a while. I left my equipment at home during my holiday, but I also took some time to reflect after my last video. In light of that, I decided to narrow down my analysis, and we're starting off with Lonzo Ball. Prior to Lonzo's breakout in the past 8 games, many were questioning his lack of improvement, and Kendrick Perkins even called him a bust.
He was the number 2 pick with high expectations from his father and everybody else, and to me, he's a bust.
He did retract that statement, but I don't blame him, especially looking at his numbers before his hot streak. Except for the improved 3-point shooting, he was average or worse in almost every category. Dig a little deeper, and you'll see why it's only a matter of time before he goes on a hot streak. Let's look at the 3-point shooting first. Lonzo's been spotting up from deep more than ever, and he's finally making the defense pay for sagging off him. With multiple scoring threats in Ingram and Holiday, 53% of his threes are considered open compared to just 46% last year. On the Holiday drive, Lonzo's man helps one pass away. He does a great job creating more separation between him and his defender, then nails the 3. The pick and roll sucks in Lonzo's defender, allowing him to hop into a 3. The defense traps Holiday on the pick and roll, leaving Harris to tag the roller. A quick hop on the catch gets Lonzo another 3-ball. He's a 38% shooter off the catch from deep, a huge improvement compared to the year before. This opens up his game as a passer. In semi-transition, a cross-court pass finds Lonzo. 2 defenders close out on him, and the extra pass gets him the assist. In semi-transition, his improved 3-point shooting forces the help, leading to an easier corner 3. Ingram's drive sucks in 2 defenders, leaving Lonzo wide open out on top. He has plenty of time to get his new shooting mechanics right, and switches to 3. Speaking of mechanics, Lonzo's put in a lot of work into changing his form, and there's a huge difference. The loading of the ball is more central compared to past years, and so is the release. Why is this important? Gilbert Arenas said it best.
Well, with Lonzo, when he pulls up, he has to stop, twist, and
right
come back through. The defender's right there. So when he's driving right, he never pulls up because he physically can't pull up because of the whole mechanic of I have to stop and come.
Typically, pick and roll defenses look like this. The perimeter defender tries to get around the screen, while the big contains or sags back. Lonzo's best chance of scoring was pulling up behind the arc when Moutier was trailing, or pull up just inside the line. But he couldn't pull up going to his right, so bigs can just station in the paint and contest his shot. Tweaking his mechanics have allowed him to be a threat in the mid-range area, pulling up with no hesitation. Granted, these makes are still going to his left. He's been able to do it going to his right as well. Compare that to past years, you can see a stark difference in his mechanics, and also his footing, which we'll get onto later. This season, he's hitting a respectable 36% between 10 to 16 feet, and up to shot attempts there as well. Improvements in his pull-up and catch-and-shoot game force the defense to adjust. Perimeter defenders need to go over the screen, resulting in a 2-on-1 situation, and he gets the layup. He's actually averaging a career high in field goal percentage within 3 feet on lower volume by leveraging his improved off-the-dribble game. His defender goes over the screen, and with the help of the Spain pick and roll, he strolls right to the rim. If the defender doesn't respect his jumper and goes under the screen, he wouldn't have the driving lane. Instead of barreling to the rim and get stuffed like he does here, he can take what the defense gives him and pull up for the open jumper. If the big steps up in pick and rolls, he'll only open up more passing lanes. Diallo steps up on the screen, a quick pocket pass creates this amazing poster. Again, Tucker goes over the screen, creating a 2-on-1, and the pocket pass leads to a favors floater. The high screen forces Shea to trail. Noel has to step up until Shea recovers. The pocket pass allows Hayes to get a step on Noel, and finishes. I'm sure someone would bring up his low free throw rate, free throw percentage, and turnovers. There's no way around his free throw issues. He's not a born scorer adept at drawing fouls like Harden, but his slight uptick in free throw percentage is encouraging. Turnovers is a different story. He has a tendency to force the issue, especially those full court passes, but he's toned it down a lot. What's causing his turnovers is his new shooting mechanics and chemistry. I've shown you a glimpse of how he's changed his based on his jumper. It takes time to get used to it, and he's traveled a lot because of that. Redick finds him on the weak side. He hops into the shot, but changes his mind when his defender closes out well. check out how his feet reverts back to his old base, resulting in a turnover. He's still thinking about his shot a lot, and changes his mind during his attempt. As for chemistry, multiple Pelicans have been in and out of the lineup due to injuries, and it's hard to grasp each other's tendencies. After the handoff, Haynes didn't even look at the ball, but Lonzo thought he would roll, leading to a turnover. I've rarely seen a pick and roll between Lonzo and Josh Hart. They miscommunicate, and Lonzo throws it away. The defense traps Lonzo, and Favors rolls hard. Favors didn't think he would receive the pass, and here's another turnover. I'm glad that Lonzo is having a hot stretch, which is allowing him to brush off some criticism. Context is very important, especially evaluating young prospects. Brandon Ingram is having a breakout season, progressing towards his KD-esque scoring potential. Of course, Lonzo's stats next to him would seem like he's plateauing. Also, coming out of college, Lonzo wasn't projected to be a scorer. His ceiling is more like Jason Kidd, a do-it-all point guard. His jump shot will take time to iron out, but this makes him one step closer to unlocking his potential. By making himself a threat to score off the dribble, he'll open up the floor for both himself and his teammates. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like rating down below, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.